very sad. Not clicking on it. Don't want to see an Indian guy who looks like a tarantula. Don't want to see an Indian guy who looks like an Odilon Redon painting, okay? Okay, babe? Okay, chicky baby. Don't want to see it. Don't want to see an Indian guy with 3 heads. Not today. Sorry, I'm in a good mood because Jeff Dye shouted me out. So, not looking at deformed Indians today. Standard White Man said, how'd everyone end up getting vaporized? Song bumps, 80s, 90s vibes are back. Rip psyops. And posted an X link. What does that mean? Let's see here.
Good morning. It's September.
Oh, fuck yes. This is going to be good. You know, I watched every single one of Lynch's weather reports when he was still doing them. The day he stopped doing them, I was so worried he died. So worried. I would wake up, I would meditate, I would then watch the video. No, I'd wake up, I would brush my teeth, take a shower, watch the video, then meditate, then have breakfast. It was the perfect routine I had. It was one of the best routines I ever had that I would stick to religiously every single morning. Wake up early. After I shower, usually the weather report would drop right about then, about 7:30 in the morning. It'd be perfect. I would get the weather for LA. I felt like I was connected to Lynch. I would even watch him pull the ball out of the jar. And the number meant a lot to me. Miss him all the time. Okay, here we go. This is from Standard White Man.
Good morning. It's September 11.
Nothing but dry skies.
Comfortably dry, cool, dry air mass move in overnight.
Very cool, dry air.
Dry weather all the way into the weekend.
Now in the street there is violence.
Nice.
And lots of work to be done.
There's not a lot of evidence of the airplane.
And I washing. And I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we don't know.
This fucker ain't nuclear?
No. This fucker's electrical.
So this is interesting. This is they're talking about the beam that can heat things up from the inside out. We know we have this with like infrared technology and stuff. I'm starting to think they did point something at the towers and burn it down.
Work to be done.
There's not a lot of evidence of the airplane.
And I washing. And I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we don't know.
This fucker ain't nuclear?
No. This fucker's electrical.
And then we'll take it higher. Oh,
Huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way. Can't be pushing up.
I do. So here's my personal opinion about 9/11. I know this is going to sound a little insane. I think they diverted the planes and the people. They flew fake planes in there. They fired a missile into the Pentagon. The fake plane or whatever crashed in Pennsylvania. And then the two, what I mean is like they either had old like junker planes that were all fucked up that would disintegrate immediately, or they had like drones essentially. And those went into the. If you do it in slow mo, the plane just disappears into the building. It doesn't make any sense. It's not crushing. The tail goes perfectly. If you look at the frame, the tail goes perfectly into the building. So they did that, and this structural fire that never should have brought them down, much less Building 7. They then pointed. This is my personal opinion. Some sort of directed energy weapon at the towers and brought them down by heating them up from the inside out, from somewhere far away, from a satellite, from another building, something like that, and then brought them both down. They supposedly, too, there were art students from Israel that were touring, and they were in weird parts of government buildings. They were getting kicked out. They were in the towers. I think that someone went in there and put explosives at the base too. I think it was a whole coordinated thing. Personally, I think they killed Philip Marshall because he figured out where the planes actually went. There's whatever you think about 9/11, there's no way in hell. We have zero evidence that any plane hit the Pentagon. Right there, you should go, 9/11 didn't happen. And it wasn't real.
The technology that you're developing to fight the war on terror, specifically directed energy and high-powered microwave technology.
When you invest in research and development and begin a
I
development
literally said on Lemon Party as a joke, I think there's like mirrors.
project, you don't have any intention or expectations that one would use it. On the other hand, the real world intervenes from time to time, and you reach in there and take something out that is still in a developmental stage, and you might use it.
Are you willing to experiment?
I think that's not referring to these two particular cases of directed energy or high-powered microwave, but sure.
It's a nice little goy bop. I love when the goyams start red stringing stuff and put a little goy bop to the beat.
Got a deal you wanna know, delightful, truly delightful, like making it, doing it, especially at a show.
You can affect time, you can have force field. What we worked on in the desert was a machine that makes gravity.
Flowing, glowing with electric eyes. Dip to the dive, baby, you'll realize. You see the funk inside of me. Baby, you'll see that rotating at high speed on the ground. Wait, they can't think, quit it, stomp on a stoop when I hear funk group. Playing Pop Piper, follow hoods, shoot, baby, just sing about it.
Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
Makes no sense. No
Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Out in the street.
Those big, heavy Boeing engines, those big, heavy Cadillacs, those would have survived at a big metal ball. They would not turn to dust.
Out in the street.
I gotta get, and shout out to Lynch. I gotta get that out to the people. Thank you for that. Very good. What's going on in my mentions? You know, one day I'm gonna refresh these and see Jeff die. One day he's gonna finally reach out. I try to reach out to people. No one wants to talk to me. No one wants to. No one wants to have any sort of relationship, I guess. I try to forgive and forget. I try to love, try to put things behind me, but other people have other plans. So what are you going to do? You can't change the heart of the Pharaoh. So what do you do instead? You team up with God and you kill everybody in their city with the deadly plagues. You make the rivers run with blood. You locusts descend. The angel of death comes down. Only because you can't change the heart of the Pharaoh. It is hard to. That is the lesson, I think, in Exodus. Is if a man's heart is wicked, and he will not let you in there, and he will not receive you, and break bread with you, you have to team up with a wicked God and rain hellfire upon them and their community. I'm Moses. I'm literally Moses. Trying guys at about 3 p.m. I don't know what that means. Sometimes I know it would take me 2 more seconds to reread something to understand what they're saying. But I don't bother to reread it. I just move on. There's too much information coming in at once. I would never do that. I love him. That's deleted. Just trying to see what that was in reply to. Nice. Very good, Johnny Malloy. Now, here we go. That was really good, Standard White Man. They do. So someone just commented, based on the surveillance capabilities the government has, they should have way more cameras and eyes on the Pentagon. They do. They went around and got all the tapes from every store, gas station, whatever, that caught the supposed camera, the supposed plane on camera. You can go watch this in 9/11, the New Pearl Harbor, somewhere around. It's like a 4-hour doc, but they only released 2 frames ever of the plane, and it's blocked by the ticket. Like when you come in, there's a thing that raises and lowers the parking gate that raises up. The camera's on the other side of that, and you can see this half of the plane and then this half of the plane in 2 frames, and those are for whatever reason, to protect interests of national security, those are the only 2 frames that have ever been released of the plane. And even with that being blocked out in these blurry images, it still looks like a missile. Makes no sense. No sense. Why not just release the video? We don't have anybody happening to film this camera, nothing. Or this plane, nothing. We got nothing.